Guys, welcome back. It's your girl Shafika, and today I'm back with another video. Here I have some crab curry and roti. Like, this is my all-time favorite. Anybody that know me, they always beg me to cook that roti and curry. Today I switch it up. I usually mix the chicken curry and roti, but today I went ahead and used some crab legs, some snow crab legs, and this came out so delicious, guys. Like, aside from chicken curry, I love crab curry. Like, that seafood flavor that lingers in the curry sauce is amazing. So if you want to see how I put this all together, please keep watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And put on that notification bell for future videos, guys. So without further ado, let's get into this recipe, guys. Keep watching. Okay, guys, so let's get into the ingredients for the crab curry. Here you can see I have some salt, I have garlic powder, black pepper, adobo all-purpose seasoning, Old Bay seasoning, some Layla's curry powder. I have some green seasoning that I made. I have a scotch bonnet pepper. I have some mixed masala. That is an Indian spice that we use growing up to make our curry. And we also have some ground roasted jeera, also known as cumin. I have about 2 pounds of crab legs, and I also have a pound of shrimp. I know I said this is crab curry and roti, but I'm gonna add the shrimp to give the curry stew some body and some thickness. You'll see once it all comes together. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go on ahead and add a little bit of each seasoning that I just showed you guys to the shrimp. I'm sorry guys for the background noise. My AC is on and my kitchen is hot as hell. So I'm adding some Old Bay seasoning, just a little bit, because this is cooked shrimp, so you don't need to add too much seasoning to overpower this shrimp. I'm adding some garlic powder, black pepper, some adobo, and I'm gonna have some curry, the main ingredient for this recipe. Some cayenne pepper. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Some ground ginger. Some jeera, also known as cumin. And some mixed masala. Now you do not have to use these spices. These 2 spices are spices I grew up using in Guyana. It adds a nice flavor to the curry. They are Indian spices. So I'm just gonna mix this up and season it up. Let it come together. I'm also gonna add some of that green seasoning. The green seasoning consists of scallion, ginger, garlic, thyme, a little bit of onion, and scotch bonnet pepper, all blended up together in the blender. I like to make my own green seasoning. So I'm just gonna let this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. On the other side. So I will not be seasoning up the crab legs. I'm gonna be making a paste for my stew, because it makes no sense me seasoning the crab legs So now in another bowl, I'm gonna add all of the seasoning that I show you, and I'm gonna make a paste for the curry gravy. This is about 3 cups of curry powder. Add some salt and all the additional seasoning that you saw me use just now for the shrimp. I'm not going to add too much of the Indian spices because I do not want my curry to be dark. I like that nice yellow golden color. If I feel like I need some more for flavor, I'm going to add it later on while the sauce is cooking. So now I'm gonna mix this all together and add some water. You want to mix this to like a paste-like consistency, not too watery and not too thick, because I'm gonna fry this up before I add some water and the shrimp to it. You want to cook this and fry it up really well so it can get rid of that gritty texture and also the rawness. It's almost like you're parching the powder a little bit more to take that rawness away from the curry. So this is the consistency that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna head over to the stove and start the frying process. I also forget to add the green seasoning. I'm gonna mix that up. I'm gonna add some more later once I finish frying the paste up on the stove. Now on medium heat, my oil is out. I'm gonna add some garlic. Then I'm gonna add the paste. Now usually I would, when I'm making chicken curry, I would use this paste to season up the chicken and marinate it. But since I'm doing the crab curry and it makes no sense to season the crab curry, because basically I'm going to be seasoning the shell on the crab. So that's why I made this paste separate, and I'm going to fry it up so that it would take away the rawness. I will also add some more green seasoning and some coconut milk. That also helps to take away the rawness from the curry once this is fried up. this will be, you can fry this up for about 50 minutes. Then we're gonna add some water and bring it to a boil. So once the paste is finished frying, I went ahead and add some coconut milk, and I'm gonna add just a bit more. I added about a cup of coconut milk. Like I said before, everybody cook their curry or their curry crab different. This is the way I cook mine. So do not come for me in the comments, okay? Every single person that I tried my curry and roti, they go crazy for it. So this is my version. Everybody cook different, they make this stuff different. This is my way. Now I'm gonna add about a cup of water and let this cook. Once it starts to get thick, I will then go ahead and add the crab. I'm gonna taste this to see if it needs some more season. Once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna add all the extra seasoning that I need. I did mention that everybody make the curry different, but one thing that I do not like, whenever I go anyway and I buy curry, chicken, or whatever it is with roti, I do not like my curry to be runny. In my country, we call that long water curry. Ain't no long water curry in my kitchen. I need body and I need thickness. Some people add potatoes to their curry for that thickness, or chickpeas, also known as I think you call it garbanzo beans. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but something of that sort. But today I will be adding some shrimp to thicken the sauce and give the sauce some texture. So as you can see, it's beginning to boil. I'm gonna let this cook or come to a boil for about 50 minutes. And I'll check in back with you guys. So while this is boiling, I'm gonna head over to the sink and wash some dishes. I hate when I'm in the kitchen cooking and the sink is filled with dishes. I go crazy. So I'm gonna go over to the countertop and clean up. And I come back and then you'll see how I add the crabs and the shrimp. So here my gravy has came to a boil. It is nice and thick. That coconut milk helps to thicken the sauce. I'm gonna add some thyme. I'll let that marinate. So here I'm gonna add some butter. Whenever you're making curry, you add a stick of butter. It gives it that nice buttery, creamy flavor, and it makes so much difference. So try adding, if you don't want to add a whole stick, probably half of it. Try that and let me know. You'll be surprised. So here the sauce is finished cooking. This is a complete sauce. You can eat this sauce if you do not eat meat or you're vegetarian. This sauce, the consistency is perfect to dip that roti in and enjoy. Now I will be adding the star of the show, my crab legs. Also, before you add the crab legs, I do recommend that you try to crack the legs a little bit so that the sauce can marinate and soak into the crab, or the crab could soak up all that delicious juice from the curry. Now I wanted to make sure that my curry sauce was completely cooked, because crab legs and lobster, sometimes a lot of people tend to overcook it because it doesn't take that long to cook. So because my sauce is completely cooked now, I will just let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And at the end is when I will add the shrimp, because I'm using cooked shrimp, so it's already cooked and I do not want to overcook it, because once the shrimp is already cooked and you let it cook for too long, the shrimp becomes stiff and chewy, and I do not want that. So this is what I'm talking about here. My sauce is nice, it's not too runny like soup. I'm not having that, guys. Nope. We're not cooking no long water curry here. No way. So I'm gonna let this come to a boil and simmer for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna add the shrimp. Now I'm gonna add that shrimp, and this is gonna make my gravy even more thick. So you can just place the crab legs on the side and enjoy. And if you want to eat the sauce with a roti, you also have some additional seafood. I'm gonna leave the shrimp in for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn the stove off because I do not want this to continue to cook. We're all finished with the crab curry. It is tasting delicious. If my son runs through the door right now, he will go all crazy, because the aroma in my house right now, in my kitchen, is to die for. Yes, so this is it. I'm gonna head over to the countertop and we will begin to make the roti. Okay guys, so here are the ingredients for the roti. So I have some Crisco buttered flavor shortening. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and I have 6 cups of flour. So let's get into this roti. In a mixing bowl, I'm gonna add the flour, I'm gonna add a half of teaspoon of the baking powder, half teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of the shortening, probably about 3 tablespoons. Now I'm gonna combine the ingredients together, and I'm gonna get my hands dirty. So I'm gonna mix in the shortening into the flour until I get like a crumb consistency. See, this is what I'm doing here. Just massaging that shortening into the flour. You can also use butter. Actually, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of butter too. That's when I finish mixing the dough. But this is your flour, your salt, some baking powder. You don't have to add the baking powder, but I like to add the baking powder because it makes the roti nice and soft and fluffy. Here I'm gonna start off with 1 cup of water. And we're gonna mix this until it forms a soft dough. There goes another cup. Now this is the way I learned to make roti. What makes it different, but I'm just showing you guys my way and the way I learned to make it. I tried about 5 different ways because there are different types of roti. So you don't want the dough to be too stiff. You want a soft dough. So I'm gonna wet this a little bit to make it a more softer. It's very important for your roti dough to be soft. Not too soft, but soft. Once I finish working this in, you will see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna place this on a clean surface and work it in some more. So this is the consistency that I'm looking for. You see, this is soft. So here I'm adding some oil into the mixing bowl. Place the roti dough, damp paper towel over the dough and set it aside. So now we'll be dividing the dough into pieces and form some dough ball. So I was gonna divide these now into pieces, but I decided to just roll it out into one piece, and you'll see what I'm talking about. this is about an inch thick, an inch or two thick. So now that the dough is rolled out, I'm gonna place some oil and some butter. So I'm gonna massage the oil all over the dough. And I must say, guys, the reason why we add the shortening, it helps with adding layers in the roti. So here I have about a tablespoon of butter. It's very soft. I'm also gonna massage this in. Then we're gonna roll the roti dough. We will roll this to seal the oil and the butter. And I'm gonna tuck the ends in. Like I said, guys, this is my way of making roti, so nobody don't come for me in the comments, okay? I'm gonna divide the roti dough into pieces. Here we have 8 pieces. So now, here's what we do. We're gonna fold the roti dough in to seal the oil and the butter. So here we have all the dough balls. I placed it back into the mixing bowl and I'm gonna cover it back with a damp paper towel here for about 50 minutes. Now the reason why I cover it with a damp paper towel is to keep the moisture, because we do not want the dough to dry out. Okay guys, so now we're gonna roll out the dough and start making the roti. Place it in the flour, and we're gonna use a rolling pin and start to roll the dough out. Try as much as you can to get a nice round circular shape. It does not have to be perfect, but looks prettier. Because I mix the dough soft, you see how the dough is rolling out nicely. When the dough is stiff, it does not have no movement when you roll it out. So now that I've finished rolling out the dough, we're gonna go over to the stove top and let's get cooking, guys. So on medium heat, I have my towel that is warming up. Here I have some butter and oil that I will be basting the roti with. Now I will gonna place the roti on the towel, or you can use a skillet. And we're gonna let this cook on each side for about a minute or two. It all depends. Some people like to have the little black brown spots on the roti. I don't. So in order to have those little brown spots, you can cook the roti a bit longer. But I prefer my roti to be spot free. So once you see these little bubbles start to appear, that's telling you that the roti is cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the roti. Then I'm gonna place some oil mixed with butter. Now, I will take the spatula and I will press on the ends of the roti, because sometimes when people make roti, most times the end of the roti is raw. So always ensure that you press the ends to ensure that it's cooked. I'm gonna flip the roti on the other side and oil it. Again, and here the roti is finished cooking. I'm not gonna cook this any further, and when you overcook the roti will end up getting stiff. So that's another reason why I do not cook my roti for too long. About 2 minutes, and that's good. Place this into a container and shake it to form the layers. You can put it in a container or a mug. Back in the days growing up, when we make the roti, we used to clap the roti like our grandparents. That's the way I see my aunt and my grandparents do with the roti. Once it's finished cooking, you clap the roti. So I'm gonna go ahead and clap the roti and show you how it's done. And hot, guys, so that's the reason why a lot of folks these days, they put it in a mug and shake it up, or a container with a lid. So you're gonna hold the roti like this, and you just throw it up and you clap. You clap the roti, and the roti form the layers. All the layers that is formed is also from the shortening. So you see? So I'm gonna place this in a container and cover it down. I will be sharing a bonus recipe with you guys of one of my favorite drinks that I enjoy over the summer. So this is a watermelon passion fruit mojito. It's very refreshing and delicious. So all drinks is on me. Let's get into this video, guys. So for this recipe, I have some freshly chopped mint leaf. I have the watermelon chopped in pieces, some lime chopped in pieces, and I have some brown sugar here. I usually use the simple syrup or agave syrup, but I ran out, so today I will be using some sugar. I have this passion fruit puree. This is very refreshing and delicious, guys. I ordered this off of Amazon. It is so good. So, and I'm also using some Absolute peach flavor vodka. So here I will pour the mint leaves and the watermelon, and I will emulsify all of them together. I'm also gonna add pieces of the lime. Here I'm gonna add about 2 shots of vodka. And I have 3 shots.
Ma jolie, oh ma jolie. Ah yeah, eh. Every time I come around you, baby girl, something doesn't feel the same. You said that I'm changing, but it's really you. I see how you play those games. Wifey type for a main man. A queen can make moves, a king can. Snap you up, now you take it. Gave you now you build it.
So now I'm gonna add the passion fruit puree. And then add some lemon and lime salsa water.
Where are you? When I need you the most, you still MIA. This is murder, heart is melting, girl, you got me. Called your bluff and made you something, now you talking. Telling me to cool it off, cool it
And I'm just gonna give that a little stir.
telling me to cool it off, cool it off. How can I cool it off, cool it off? Oh, ma jolie, oh ma jolie. Ma jolie, oh ma jolie. You don't turn on me now. You don't get no time for me now, babe. Got him on a rebound, but it's only you that I like, babe. Tout ce que j'ai fait, c'était pour toi. Sur le haut parlement, t'écoutes pas. Tu me vois crever, mais tu bouges pas. Pourquoi? Whoa, you wall up. You can't even get the scars up. For us, I don't
I'm going to pair this with my delicious watermelon passion fruit mojito.
Ma jolie, oh ma jolie, where you been? When I need you the most, you still MIA.
This is so refreshing, guys. It's like, it's the perfect drink to pair with a spicy dish. Also, I did not add the scotch bonnet pepper because the green seasoning that I use in the curry sauce, it already had pepper. That was spicy. On top of that, I had some cayenne pepper. So I had to end up putting back the scotch bonnet because, like I said, this is one of my son's favorite dish, and for a 6-year-old, it will be too spicy for him. So this is just perfect. So that scotch bonnet pepper would have been on a whole nother. Okay guys, I must say again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate you guys. I know I haven't been uploading videos like I should, but I've been so busy this summer. I have some amazing content coming. Please stay tuned for that. Put on your notification bell. One thing about me, I don't want to just upload video for the sake of views and likes. I want to upload quality videos for you guys. Excuse me. I have another clothing haul coming up soon. I want to share my skincare routine with you guys. But my good content is coming. It's coming your way. So stay tuned. Don't forget to press that notification bell, so when I upload a video, you can be the first to be notified, guys. So I'm gonna sit here all by myself and I will enjoy this lovely roti and crabcurry. Don't forget guys, comment down below if you try this recipe. Tell me how it came. This is a must try. Bye guys, until next time.